everybody who's watched Candace's 8-part series on Brigitte said that it was really convincing and blah, 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 blah. And I said, okay, well, it's fine. I'm glad it was convincing to you. My only problem still is the information you can convince me that there are a race of robots on a planet called Cybertron that transform into various and different things. It can sound very compelling. It can sound super compelling, but it's not real. So just because something sounds convincing or comes across as very academic, which again, I'm not mad. I don't think Candace is a lunkhead at all. I just don't think that. I think she does, in fact, position herself as she's got some delusions of grandeur. Let me just say it like that. Because I was watching today another clip of hers, and I was like, wait. You're fighting on behalf of the world? Man, what are you talking about? So what I want to do is there's a young man. I've brought him on the show before. Shout out to Poetic Flaco. He watched Candace's video, the whole series, and he felt that it was super compelling. He felt that she made a great argument for what it was that she was trying to promote. However, he doesn't believe that she's right. Now, I think he gets away with it. I'm gonna let him have it because y'all said I couldn't speak on it because I did not watch it. So because I didn't watch it, I couldn't speak on it. Whatever. But what Flaco did, and so what I want to do is Amethyst Angel. I propose that Crazy Candace got crazier after her first child went off the chart after her second. Her hormones are not balanced. See documented cases. I don't disagree with that. I think, well, let me tell you. Okay, I'm gonna bring Poetic Flaco in here. Okay, let me tell you what I think the problem is with Candace. And again, I'm not besmirching. I'm not saying that she's not an intelligent woman or anything of that nature. Candace Owens, let me big screen myself. Candace Owens is 100% the example of a Christless conservatism. You can be against a lot of the things that the woke society was for, the alphabet mafia, the nose ring crew, the blue hair, pistachio, whatevers. You could be against that and not have a religious mooring to hold you down. You can just say, hey, that's wrong. That's traditional marriage is right. But I'm over here doing things that are wrong. And you don't have a mooring. And I truly believe in my heart of hearts that Candace has that problem. It's a Christless conservatism. You can be against the deletion of babies, but still be doing things that cause babies to be conceived without a strong family. Like you can still, those two things can still exist. And still just say, well, I don't want babies deleted in the womb, but I'm over here tricking it off every weekend at Clapathon Tech or wherever. Right. And I truly believe that. The other problem I think with Candace, and I know this is going to get some people mad, so I understand. Please let me know in the chat if you're mad. Feel free. Come on up here to the front of the church. Candace Owens has Dunning-Kruger Effect on steroids. She's got a big old Godzilla-sized Dunning-Kruger Effect. And Dunning-Kruger is basically the idea of when you learn a little bit of information and you position yourself like an expert in said little bit of information. And I'm sorry, she does it all the time. Or when she converted, quote unquote, to becoming a Protestant, and then when she converted to Catholicism, those transitional phases was like 2 weeks and 8 days, right? It was terrible, but in 8 hours, it was horrible. But even more than that, she knew nothing. She knows nothing about the Christian faith. She knows nothing about why I am a Protestant and not a Catholic. And she has no understanding of that. But she positions herself like she's an expert in Christian ethics and blah, blah, blah. She can talk to the 304s and call them. And that's true. You can see the errors in OF content, but you yourself can still be involved in it. And there not be any mooring. That's what I'm saying. She has a Christless conservatism, and she has Dunning-Kruger effect on steroids. We got big old kaiju-sized Dunning-Kruger effect. It is marching around here, banging around, and she doesn't really know what she's doing. So, and the super last thing, and it kind of goes to the first one, she's kind of prone and given over to conspiracies. She's kind of prone to them. Again, y'all know I like a good, hey, every now and then I got a little bit of tinfoil in my hat too. I think they're kind of fun. You can give me a little conspiracy. I think Marshall and I have batted around some. I know some other content creators. We bat them around. They're fun. We have a good laugh, and then we move on. You don't see me building a platform or making it a big deal. Some of the crazy ideas that I've come up with, and so I do believe that Candace is one. She has a Christless conservatism. That's how she can still rock with Kanye West. That's how she can still mess with Andrew Tate. That's where she can still be okay with Nick Fuentes and not give these people the gospel because she herself doesn't know it. And she goes around people that don't know anything and they look up here like, oh, you're so smart. But really, at the end of the day, she don't know any more than you. And then lastly, she's kind of prone to conspiracies. She's kind of prone to them. And again, I like a good conspiracy every now and then. I like a good little, hey, let's talk about that for a second. And we just kind of chop it up and then it's over. If anybody's ever heard me rant about movies, hey man, I can get into a good comic book rant. I can talk about some Big Green Egg. I can talk about some other topics that I'm really passionate about. We can get into some deep weeds, all that kind of stuff like that. And now we're going to go back to life as normal. Gotta go to work. Gotta go do real things. Can't sit right here. But no, I think she's given over to conspiracies. And rather than, and again, her conspiracies are not, and the things that come into Candace's mind are not filtered through the reality and truth of Scripture. So she can say something way out of pocket, way out of left field, and not have any kind of mooring to it at all, and will literally change. Because we're going to watch this young man who literally calls out, and I said this in my own discussion, she contradicts herself a lot because it's not really moored to anything. It's, what? You say this? Well, now I'm going to go this way. What is this? I'm going to say something different. And she's all over the place. I know some people would be mad, jump into the best live chat on the planet, jump into the best comment section. Absolutely. But it's still going to be true. Show me. I'll put the bounty out there. And she put the bounty out there saying I got paid. I'm getting paid to smear her. No, I think she's a fairly intelligent woman, but she has blind spots. Show me Candace Owens giving a gospel presentation to somebody that is in sin, whether it be an OnlyFans model, a racist, anything of that nature. Show me her giving the gospel to anybody. I'll wait. Show me the time clock for how long she's been a Christian. And then lastly, just do Candace Owens conspiracies on ChatGPT. You might be surprised. Okay. She's given over to them. And there's nothing to filter them through the scriptures. Like, hold on, wait up. Let me, this is crazy. Let me filter this through the scriptures. And again, look, I'm with you. I like I enjoy them. They're fun sometimes. I got my little tinfoil hat. I get my tinfoil bonnet on. Absolutely. But it's it only goes so far though. And that's it. And my family knows, like, hey, we're just having a good old time. We're just shooting the breeze. The girls and I will have some conspiracies on our way driving to Dunkin' Donuts to get that summer refresher. On our way to Dunkin' Donuts. And by the time we get there, we're done. We're not going to live in it. That's the problem. Like most of these conspiracies, I think Candace actually lives in. And this is one I think she lives in.